Hi, I'm Stu. I'm a backpacker from England and I am on day number 46 of my Southeast Asia travels. I'm here at the moment in Kampot in Cambodia, and if you've been following me you'll know there's not a lot to do in this city. Oh look, there's some cows. And so I'm heading out for the day on this little bike to a place called Kep, which is about 40 minutes drive away from here. Now unfortunately I've only got the bike for another 3.5 hours before I have to hand it back. I've only booked it for 24 hours, which means there back I've probably only got about an hour and a half to look around. But I'm going to jump the bike now. I'm going to head down there. Let's go. I am now in Kep. Why am I here? Well, my original plan was to stay 3 days in Kampot and then come down here for 2 days. But because it's so close, I thought it would be easier just to go on a bike and come here for a little day trip or an afternoon trip. And this is my first stop. This is on the outskirts of the town, and it is a small town. Obviously they're used to tourists coming across. And I saw a sign that said Crab Festival. And if anybody deserves a festival, it's crabs. The journey down here was a bit longer than what I thought it would be, and that's mainly because of the roads. The roads are not the best. But there you've got a sign that says Sea Festival. Let's have a look. Look at him. So I'm not seeing. Oh, there's the fish. Oh, there's the sea. So I'm not seeing a lot of seafood. A lot of hats. Shells. That's more sea-ish. But it looks like the market goes all the way through there. I just walked all the way through, and this is the edge of the Sea Festival. There's nothing here. All I'm going to do is have a wander over to the shoreline, have a look at these boats and head back. I might just head straight into the centre of town. They look like they're working boats, but I'm not too sure what they're working is. Police boat. Yeah, time to go back. So as I said, we're on the outskirts of Kep. The main town is that away, so it's time to get on the bike and head that way. along the road that I'm going to be following, there's just loads of cars. So there's a load of people here for this sea festival. I was expecting a crab festival. Oh well. I've just come into the market just to see what is around here. You've got all the tourist things over there. A lot of fish. Oh wow. Size of them.
Chẳng hộ hỏi chứ cả chẳng ở đây nhầm giờ mùi phật
Octopus.
làm nan
Wow. If you like fish, this would be the perfect place for you. Wow. But unfortunately, I'm not a fishy person, so it's really interesting. With the amount of cars parked up and the police directing traffic, it is a big tourist place. Wow. And when you do look at it, it looks so big. It goes from just over there, a few blocks down. That's a lot of fish. I've moved further on from the crab market, the fish market, and I'm now in a place by the sea where it has been the hardest place to park in all of Southeast of Asia. So there's the beach. All the way along from the crab market is people standing on the side of the road who will will look after your bike for you while you go off and do your seaside thing. So I tried to park down here just before, and then one of the women from across the road came running over saying, "Can't park here." But it's the beach. And bizarrely, across the road, now today is a Saturday, so it's family day, but they've got all these huts, tents with loads of hammocks on them, and they're just all in the hammocks, and they go on and on. There's so many around the corner that way. I find it fascinating. So here's another one. I don't want to get too close because it's their privacy, it's their Saturday, it's their holiday. There's just lots of hammocks. It goes all the way back. So you must just book a spot, get the family around, get the drinks out and have a party. Now I have parked just further on over there in the car park. There's a few people staring at me as I go off the bike. So I'm hoping the bike will still be there when I get back. Let's go back to the beach. So I love something but it's a proper beach day out. The families enjoying themselves. So here's one of the girls trying to get vehicles stopped. And basically it's just standing in front of the cars, trying to get them to pay for parking. That one over there. Pass me. I'm going to try and find the bike to see if it's still there and then head off further that way. See what else there is. But it's just a nice Saturday afternoon. I've just realised I've probably got about an hour and a half left to see other stuff. I've just come away from the beach and it's just behind, in fact you can see it there. And here is a cafe. I just thought I'd treat myself to a quick coffee. And the cafe itself is all the way up here. It's called the Zipline Cafe. I'm not going to do any ziplining, but you get a decent view of the beach. Got myself a caramel frappe while I enjoy the view of the beach. I was talking to one of the guys who basically runs this place, who was just telling me that the zip line has only been put in for the last year, but this is one of the most popular places for tourism for Cambodians in Cambodia. And you can see that, and he was saying that it keeps going round and round and there's more and more beaches. Sort of disappointed that I never got to stay here. I enjoy my caramel frappe, but I've just come further on down the road and in the middle of the sea there's a big crab. Welcome to Kep. Now the beach down here is not as golden as it is just down there, but there's still loads of people around here. And I've just seen the sign here, so the Kep Blue Swimmers Crab. I mean, there's so much to see, and I've not even gotten to the town yet. Something tells me I should have left a bit earlier. I'm now at the port of Kep, just driven down this long road. So the beaches that I was at earlier is over there. A couple of boats out here. There's one that's sank. Don't know what he's selling. He's got a loudspeaker and it's doing my head in. But yeah, he's got a boat sank over there. various piers along that way. I've realised that I've now got about 45 minutes left at the very most, so I do need to get into town. Without doing any research on Kep, just turn up as I do in most places. I've just realised that the front, where all the beachfront, all the cafes, all the hotels, that is Kep. Now I've just come up 3 blocks to what is on the map the centre of town, and there's nothing here. There is lots of statues, and I do like my statues. So there's this guy, bow and arrow. You've got some sort of Buddhist temple. Now when I was driving around here, there seems to be a lot of derelict houses. So I don't know. I'll be honest with you, if it was between going to Kampot or coming here, this place wins hands down. Oh God, there's English. Cambodian Vietnam Friendship Monument was built as a testimonial of gratitude for and in memory of the sacrifice of the Cambodian people in the cause of Vietnam's territorial unification during the 60s and 70s. Like that. I think there's more. There's more. It's a fountain with lilies. I don't know if there's a lot of construction work going on around here, and there's one of the derelict houses just there. So on the map itself, it's just like a cross of streets, and I just assumed that it'd be full of houses and shops and coffee shops and everything the tourist needs. But there's nothing. But driving along, they have got enough, I would say, framework for the tourists, from the hotels to the guest houses, hostels, zip lines. Oh, there's a dog. And this is a sitting Buddha. I am going to go back to the bike and I just have a little drive around just to see if it is as empty as I think it is. I can't believe everything is just all down the beachfront on the coastal area. But yeah, if I had my time again, I would have definitely come here. I would have stayed here and then probably done a day trip to Kampot. So even now I've just driven a couple of blocks up and it's just a crisscross of roads with nothing in between. Another thing that Kep is famous for around here, and it's not just the beach down that way, but it's the national park, which is up there, and they've got so many treks, trails that you can go to, and on the map itself there's so much in the national park, and it's all walking distance. Damn, why didn't I stay here? From the empty area of crisscrossed roads of where there's nothing, I've come down here. So across the road over there is the sea area, but I've just passed this place and it's like a park. It's been not looked after, but it's got potential. Little fountain in the middle. with what looks like an armoured plated duck. Armoured plated duck. I don't know what it is. And then you've got various gym equipment going around this park. This is the main highway that goes along the beach area to do this, like through the whole of Kep. And then across the road over there is the Kep Provincial Park. I might have a little wander in. Now there is a sign saying stop. There's nobody on duty. Oh, there is. He's asleep. Look at that. Right, I don't know where up the guy, so might be wise for me to head on down that way. Because usually I would walk in, but security guard asleep, not a good mix. I've just done another little stop going from that little park, and what I didn't realise was just down there is the Zipline Cafe where I had that caramel frappe. But if I'd followed this path all the way up, then I would have been able to see this view here. And you can just see a statue there, people swimming. Wow. Wow. Really, really impressed with this place. I'm back down to the beach, well, the sea area. I saw this from the road. Woman carrying dolphin. Turtles climbing up the side of it. And there are so many hammocks go along the beach. But this one's got no sand. Got a lot of people fishing. So I guess Kep is, the town itself is just along front with a chance of expansion going backwards. If you ever come to this sort of area within Cambodia, yeah, it's best to ignore Kampot and come straight here. Definitely worth it. But the time is coming up to me leaving. I've got about 30 minutes to get back before my time runs out on the bike. So I'm gonna head off. If you've enjoyed this video, you know you got to press that like button. If you want to subscribe and see what else I'll be up to, because tomorrow I'm off to the capital. I'm off to Phnom Penh for a few days. You need to press that subscribe button. But until next time, as I head back, bye bye for now.